Egyptian Archaeological Mission of the Supreme Council of Antiquities working in Kusna Archaeological Cemetery in Munafiyah Governorate uncovered an extension of an archaeological cemetery. This includes ancient tombs dating back to different periods of ancient time, and it's turned out they contain a number of mummies with golden tongues. Mustafa Waziri, the Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, announced the mission also discovered a number of golden flakes in the form of human tongues in the mouth of some of the discovered mummies. Remains of the wooden coffins in human form and a number of copper nails used in those coffins were also discovered. The cemetery is characterized by unique architectural style, and there are many vaults of entry and exit points north and south, as well as mud bricks for the burial wall. There are also 3 burial chambers that coincide with the rest of the design. We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by Mr. Ahmed Badr, our tourism expert. It's a very good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you and all the audience.
Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Ahmed. And let's talk a bit about the importance of this recent discovery in Kusna and the golden tongues in Egyptian mummies.
Well, as you always say, Egypt still have so much to discover, and we haven't yet discovered not more than 30% of what our great-grandfathers left to us.
Yes.
So, and everywhere, all around Egypt, from north to south, from west to east. So this is a very important discovery that could shed light on part of our history and means that the left treasures all over, and it's not just about Giza or Luxor or Aswan, but also other cities that we thought that we didn't leave anything at, but that also gave us an idea about that we left so many things in places that we didn't think left things out. So it's a very important discovery for archaeological purposes and history part. Still, it might not be that important for tourism, but again, that's an important discovery for history and archaeological point of view.
Absolutely. Mr. Ahmed, let me ask you, what are the nature of the discovery in the Delta area? How do they differ from other areas, for example, in Upper Egypt?
Well, Upper Egypt is known for dry weather, and so it helps keeping the mummies and all the monuments in a good shape. Delta, we know it's more humid, and with the nature of the land itself, it's not sandy as in Upper Egypt. So usually we thought that humid weather in mud land is not that good as dry weather in sandy land, keep the monuments and the mummies. But I think with this discovery that we will review our ideas and our about this, and their ways of mummification, ways of keeping the mummies in good shape, and also the monuments and how they build the monuments to survive this kind of weather and kind of extreme humid and extreme water, and with the flooding of the Nile through thousands of years, that it didn't affect them. So they must have good ways to preserve their tombs, their mummies, and their monuments, that we are discovering them today in a good shape.
Indeed. Right. Dr. Ahmed, these discoveries are also very important because, in recent times, every day new discoveries have been announced in Egypt. And they really, indicate that, as you said, Egypt still has a lot of untold treasures. And they are a great encouragement to lots of different tourists who have even visited Egypt before to come again to see the latest discoveries. How important do you see this, Mr. Ahmed, especially with regards to, tourism marketing for Egypt?
Well, nowadays we're having many requests from tourists all over the world.
Yes.
Come to visit the new discovery, especially in the Cairo area and for Luxor and Aswan. So this is good that we are using now for marketing tourism in Egypt, especially some of the highlights discoveries like the new discovered tombs in the Cairo area. Actually is attracting many of these requests and many of these tourists to come back and see these new discoveries. As we know, Cairo, not just the pyramid of Saqqara, which is the highlight of the area, but it has many tombs. Actually, some of them are really beautiful as the tombs in Luxor. So many people want to come and see the new discoveries even before they are open and to live the adventure of going into a newly discovered tomb. They go down with ropes, like the workers and like the archaeologists. Many people are now very interested in things like that. So yes, we're using it for marketing and promoting tourism to Egypt. And we'll see about this new discoveries, if we can use it or not. But for now, I can say, I can confirm, especially the Saqqara area is attracting many of them.
Absolutely. And finally, of course, Egypt still has so much more to offer with regards to ancient Egypt. And very, very soon we'll be witnessing the grand opening of the GEM, the Grand Egyptian Museum, another very exciting endeavor for all, enthusiasts with Egyptology and ancient Egyptian history, as well as tourists. How important do you see this in really changing, the sphere with regards to Egyptian tourism in this regard?
Well, the world is waiting for the opening of the GEM.
Yes.
That's for fact. It's a fact. Everybody's asking when it. Since we announced the opening of the GEM, everybody's asking when it's going to be open. Everybody is really anticipating the grand opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum, which again will change the touristic plans. Egypt. I think with the size of the GEM, we can add easily 2 days at least to Cairo, because I think that the GEM itself would need 1 full day to visit and see all the treasures that will be displayed there. We'll have the entire area of the surrounding the pyramid and the GEM.
Indeed.
We'll have witnessing big changes. I mean, having new touristic attractions, new hotels, new restaurants, new, you name it. So around this, it will be, I think with the plan, it will be totally different within the next 3-4 years with so many mega projects that are being planned to be opened around this area. So that will help even to attract more and more tourists, which we need because we're having a big demand in Egypt, and we need to even have more services, more hotels, more everything for them.
Right. I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Mr. Ahmed Badr, our tourism expert. Thank you so much for your time and your insight. With that, we wrap up today's edition of Cairo Local Time. We do hope you have enjoyed it. You're in the company of myself, Angie Meher. Many thanks for joining us.